So, yeah, this is going to be a very raw video. Nothing I planned, nothing I said, okay, today I'm going to shoot this or anything like that. But it's something that has just come random. So I just, just picked up my camera and then, I just started recording. I just feel like it's a thing when I'm having a conversation with someone and just telling them on, what's on my mind. So, realities of making 10 plus K per month as a young person at the age of 20 or even younger or even slightly older, whichever. um what can I say? So if I'm to be brutally honest with how it is now making about 10K and how it was back then, I really feel back then it was life changing, when a young person who is like my age or slightly older, even someone who is older, who was making about 10K plus per month. It was life changing because they could do a lot of things. They could buy a lot of things. They could have changed. They could spend on this, save money, probably even get married or something like that. But when you get to that point now, like it's not easy, but when you get to that point now, when you're making that much money, it's like it's not enough with the current state of which things are. And I don't know if a lot of people understand, but as it was back then and now how it is now, spending money on useless things is quite like you're doing suicide now. So I don't know where these people who say, you know, I'm broke, weekends they party, where they get the money from. I don't know. Maybe it's how they prioritize things, but it's it's a risky thing. And I would tell you this for a fact, even though when I started off my business with the 350, it felt like um something I would say, I never thought I would start making, five figures plus per month. But then I get to that point, then I realize, oh, okay, it's still not enough. And it's it's really funny that when you actually get to a point where you've been dreaming of going to, you get to that point and you feel like, okay, you know what, I still need to like keep pushing. I can still do better, and that's the current state I'm in at, or I am at. I don't know exactly what I'm saying, but you get the point. Um, yeah, and then the thing is that when people my age now who are young get to the point of where they're making about five figures per month, it's a thing of, I don't know if they lose control or they feel as though life has to go on autopilot, and then they forget whatever the hell is going on in their life and just think, you know what, I'm big enough now. I can do whatever I want. Move out to my mom's place. Stay alone. Club every Saturday or whatever it is, or whenever they have their money at the end of the month, they feel like they can do whatever they want and spend it however they want. But truth is, opportunities come, once a lifetime. Everyone has a time and chance, and if you are privileged to be making even more than 10K, 20K, I've hit 20K before, but it's not like a continuous thing. Like, I'm talking about pure profit for me take back home. If we're talking about stock and selling and whatnot, yes, of course I've passed that, but I only talk about pure profit. So whenever I say, making five figures, that's like my money to take home to spend on whatever I want. And then um yeah, most people talk about, how much revenue money they make, and they'll be like, oh, I make about 50K, 50 what, talking about everything that you make per month from your business. But when you're talking about your self income, exactly, that's what I mean. Like your actual, net profit that you take home. So, what can I say? So people get excited who are really young, and it leads them into a lot of trouble, leads them into a lot of debt, it leads them into starting off from square one. And I've seen a lot of people go into that route and then end up really in a bad state, as if someone wasn't someone and then they became nothing. So those are the harsh realities of Zambians. And when I mean 10K, I'm talking about Zambian kwacha. 10K in dollars is a different level, which I know for a fact that one day I reach there, that's about, I don't know how much it is, but for a fact, I'll get there someday. And yeah, I can't wait till that happens. But till then, we're still grinding and I'm still finding ways on how I can, you know, multiply my money through my businesses and through whatever other stuff I've been investing in. And yeah, that's like that's what I can say for now. I really want this to be raw, so I'm just add some bullet points on what I wanted to talk about, but you know, it was going to like go to any, you know, direction. So yeah, so the easiest thing people will get to once they get to that 5 figure mark is it gets easy for them to fail because excitement hits you, adrenaline hits you, you feel as though you're the boss, you feel as though you can tell people anything, you feel as though life will always be like that and you can do whatever the hell you want. And at the end of the day, you're young, you want to have fun, you end up buying a car. And you feel as though you're a cool kid having a car, driving it around, Lusaka, going out with different girls. And if you are the king of whatever the king you are, and mostly people, that leads them into you buy a car that yes you can afford, but then maintenance, it's a different issue because you're buying an expensive car. Then when it has a problem, there's a lot of cost with that. So, and that's one of the reasons why I don't have a car as at now. And I feel I won't have a car in the longest time until I feel I'm comfortable enough to own one, because I'm not the type of person who I would say is easily amused or impressed by things. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, and I really hope you've learned a thing or two once you get there, or once you're there. I'm sure people that have been there can actually testify that it gets really, 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 tempting to do whatever you want to reach to that 5K mark. But then with the current situation in our country, I don't think is a lot of money, to be honest. So, especially as a man right now, you have to really push through certain limits. And if you're a guy in your early 20s and you're comfortable with, I don't know how much you're making, should be 1K, 750, 1.5, 2K, whatever it is you're making, I really don't think you should be comfortable. Because as years go by, things are getting harder and harder, and the opportunity to make money is there. It's vast, but you have to choose the right boats to actually excel and reach the next level or unlock your next level. So yeah, that's what I really wanted to talk about, and I think that's pretty much it for this video. Yeah, I'm leaving.